Well, I'm here in my backyard, and what I'm doing right now is running my recirculator. I've got a system set up here that I will show you, and basically we'll start up at this end. We have a little 12-volt power supply right there that is running I think it's an 1100 gallon per hour pump, just a bilge pump right down there in the tray at the bottom, right? And then filtering the material through the that's going through the pump, so I'm not getting any leaves or anything to clog the pump up. That's an important thing. And then we'll go ahead. We've got the triple little buddy sluice set up here. That's 3 little bloody drop ripple sluices that were manufactured by a friend of mine, and I went ahead and made a frame for them, and they worked pretty well. Right? The idea that it gives it a long enough run that if there's any clay in there, the clay usually breaks up before it gets down to the bottom tubs there. All right. So I did go down to a local creek here and picked up about a gallon and a half of material. The creek, of course, is dry, and with that gallon and a half of material, I came back, classified everything down, and I'm running it through the sluices we can see. I'll just take a couple of scoops and show you how this thing works. I'm going to get down here and just start running material down very slowly and gently. Oops. Trying to do this left-handed and hold the camera at the same time. But you can see how the material melts off, runs back down, and it has many, many, many ripples to drop out any of the gold contained in the scoop. Alright, so one more run here, and then I'll finish this up and show you how easy it is to clean this little sluice out, and we'll see if there's any gold. Now what I did do is I found a very, very nice crack. It was a crack that was transverse to the flow of the stream when the stream is actually running, the fact that it's dead dry right now. And that's why I'm up here recirculating rather than panning out down at the creek. Anyway, so that's how it's running here today. I will finish this little bucket up, and you can see that out of that gallon and a half of material, I got about just about a half a bucket of classified cons, and running those right now. So we'll see how much gold we get out of there, or if there's any gold in there. But because this is basically a prospect rather than a sure thing. Okay? In any case, we'll be back to you in just a second. All right, now having taken the sluice off its stand, I now stand it up against the house, and the cleanup will take a matter of moments with my handy dandy hose. Alright, that's basically all there is to the cleanup of the sluice. and sure is a lot faster than cleaning up other types of sluices. I will now take this material around and pan it out, and we'll see if we get any gold. Alright, a quick picture of my panning setup, and we can see that right down here there is a very, very small amount of material left to pan out. We'll kind of get right down to the nitty-gritty here and see exactly how many concentrates that I've got to pan. And you can see it is not many. I'll pour this out. Okay, so that is the total amount of concentrates that I have to pan out, and we will see if there's any gold hiding in there. Alright, well, I'm down in the dry creek bed right now, and I just wanted to show you, we're looking upstream right now. Water comes down here, hits this big chunk of bedrock right here, and at the other side of the bedrock is this beautiful crack. Now this was filled completely with blown-in overburden, right there. I've cleaned this all out, all the way down in here, and that crack runs along all the way down. Finally ends up as another little drop-off. And this is a little difficult to see as far as the drop-off goes, but that goes way down and gets into actually compacted material down there. I mean, really compacted. So I brought a little bit better tools today to dig into that compacted dirt a little bit and see if we can find some better gold. So we'll give it a shot and see what we can get. Alright, I'm at the same spot, but I'm upstream now, looking back downstream, and you can see the big flat section of bedrock here that the water would have to flow over. Then we come down and drop into the crack that I showed you earlier. That's this one right along in here. Unfortunately, it's in the shadow there, so it's not going to help us that much, but you can see where I've cleaned out that crack all the way along. Then, because I brought a little more aggressive tools down here, I was able to take out some big slabs of rock and get down right into here. I'm hoping you can see this. Oops. Let's see. That's about right there. And the water flows to the crack here, comes over across another chunk of bedrock, and drops in right behind this flat slab. And I don't know if I'm getting this all that well, but you can see this flat slab right there. Underneath is a little pocket, and it took forever, but I managed to clean that pocket out, clear down through the compacted material. So I've got high hopes for that particular section for getting some gold. So that's where we're at right now. Time to jump in the car, head back home, and run some stuff through the old recirculator. All right. Well, from that half bucket of material, I got some nice little flakes, and I wouldn't call anything very chunky out of it, but you know, not bad little showing of gold. I will go back down and take the camera and get back to that creek and show you the crack I cleaned out, so you can kind of see what I see when I'm looking for a spot to dig for gold. Alright, so that's what's going on in my neck of the world right now. So you guys have a very good evening.